Ready, Mark?
Rolling.
Action.
For this project, the material that we're adapting is Mandy Matney's podcast and book. Mandy was at the forefront of reporting on this and making sure there was a lot of attention and a spotlight on the Murdoch family.
Be careful. These are very powerful people.
Have you ever known a family that seems to get every single thing it wants? Do you know the rich people in town, the ones that are well-connected, that have these sort of unruly personalities in them? That's the Murdoch family in South Carolina. They are a legal dynasty that ruled the Low Country for 4 generations until a series of terrible things started happening.
They find her?
They found who?
And so sets this incredible, weird King Lear, Southern Fried mystery about what happened as people kept dying around the Murdoch family.
I got his ass.
What we're striving to do with this is to tell a very character-driven and grounded story of this, because there's a sensitivity to the people involved and to the location of Hampton, South Carolina that's really important.
Action.
When I'm designing a show, half of what I do is locations. In this instance, it's about turning Atlanta into South Carolina in the lowlands. One of the first things I did upon landing in Atlanta was to take a drive up to Hampton, South Carolina, and to see the real places and to experience it. And for me, that was a really grounding experience because it went from a film script and a story to a real place. And all of a sudden you're going, okay, this is not a story, this is these people's lives. And that was one of the first things I told my team. I said, you know, we're all gonna create this cool show, but there's a lot of people out there that suffered because of it. And it's our duty to show them respect by doing our job the best possible way and to recreate these people's lives the way that we would like to have someone respect our lives.
Mary!
Because they are so well documented and so many people followed it, and because of the stories that have come before us that have aired, everybody's familiar with what it really looks like. So trying to really find the right topography, the right locations, so that somebody's not going to come and say, well, that's not really it.
My favorite part of shooting in Georgia is that there's always something new and there's always another texture that I haven't found. Atlanta, there's always another hidden treasure and you're gonna find someplace new, a new house, a new factory, a new building, and there's always something more to explore. Atlanta, it's obviously not South Carolina, and we were able to actually find a location for our Archer's Creek that worked visually for our story.
Sorry, who are you again?
Mandy Matney, breaking news editor at the Island Packet.
Right now we're at the location we're using for Archer's Creek Bridge, which is where the tragic boat crash happened and where the search was for Mallory Beach, where it was stationed and base camp was. And, you know, that was in the low country intercoastal waterway inlets of South Carolina. This is Lake Lanier, which is not that. But, you know, between the feel of it and what, you know, production design being able to come in with a little bit of love, we're able to have this stand in for a completely different landscape and a completely different location. That was one that was a real surprise to me because I grew up in and around lakes, and it's like a lake's not going to feel like the intercoastal waterway that I'm used to going on, and yet here we are, and it's working great.
So in episode 3 of the story, we go to the Bahamas. Now, when I signed up for this show, I thought we were going to the Bahamas. But no, we're in Atlanta, and we're going to make Atlanta look like the Bahamas. So we looked at all the hotels and resorts in the areas that have that Bahama feel, and nothing really worked as well as Chateau Elan, this wonderful winery.
That part of the story is to show how the Murdoch family spent their money, and they spent it in this sort of extravagant way when they were on vacations. And so we really needed to have a location that showed an ability to extend a lot of wealth and things like that.
Chateau Elan just captures that because it is expansive. We get a lot of scope in the space. It's beautiful.
In television, unlike movies, you have to find locations that work for multiple things. And Chateau Elan was really a savior because it has a wonderful atrium, it has a pool, it has rooms, it has restaurants, and we're able to move from one to the other pretty seamlessly and get a really wide scope.
Assembly Studios is a great spot for us to be for this particular project. Our set deck team had such a big lift doing this courtroom and doing the interior of Moselle that we've built on stage.
What's interesting about this courtroom, it's a transformer. In the story of the Murdochs, this will transform into 3 different courtrooms. Because it goes from the Hampton Courthouse to the Beaufort Courthouse to the Colleton Courthouse.
In the 8th episode, when the trial happens, you see the walls close in on Alec Murdaugh. You see the evidence playing out in real time, and it's important for the audiences to see that, for this to be the comprehensive retelling of the Murdaugh story, because it's not just about the Murdaugh family, it's about all those who hold power and think that they're gonna hold on to it by doing bad and dangerous things.
Make this go away. You have to take care of this.